Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and salam sejahtera. My name is ZAHIRA ALIA binti MOHAMAD ZAKARIA. My matric number is 299319 and we are from Group 3. Today we will present our topic titled International Trade Analysis of Germany. Let me start by explaining why we choose Germany for our analysis. Germany is a country in Central Europe. It became a united country in 1871. After World War II, it was divided into East and West Germany. Then in 1990, it became one country again. We chose Germany because it is one of the biggest export country in the world. It has the largest economy in Europe, and by 2023, Germany's total income or GDP reached over 4.5 trillion US dollar. Germany is also well known for its strong industry, especially in car, machine and chemical. These products are sold to many countries around the world, and that's why Germany usually has a trade surplus. It exports more than import. Germany is also a member of the European Union, so it gets access to many trade deals and larger global market. By looking at Germany's trade from 2017 to 2024, we can learn how a developed country handle big problems like the COVID-19 pandemic, supply chain issue, and the Russia-Ukraine war. That's all from me. So now I will pass to the Cik Wan ASMIRA to continue the presentation. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Cik Wan ASMIRA NATASHA binti Cik Wan ASRI. My matrix number is 298770. Today I will be presenting an analysis of Germany's trade trends from 2017 until 2024. The main focus is on the performance of exports, imports and Germany's trade surplus over these 8 years, as well as the key factors influencing their trade performance. Now I will explain in more detail about the graph and the table. The bar graph at the top shows the trend of Germany's exports and imports from 2017 until 2024. The light green bars represent exports, the light blue bars represent imports, and the red line represents the trade balance. We can see that Germany's exports remain stable in the range of 1,200 billion euros to 1,600 billion euros throughout the 8 years. The peak of export was in 2022, amounting to 1,594 billion euros, but that year also showed a significant surge in imports, reaching 1,506 billion euros, the highest in this period. Due to the excessively high imports, the trade surplus in 2022 dropped sharply to only 88 billion euros, the lowest recorded. Even though exports reached their highest level, the net gain from trade was minimal because imports rose steadily as well. Then in 2023 and 2024, imports decreased slightly to 1,376 billion euros and 1,308 billion euros, while exports remain high. This led to the trade surplus rising again to 280 billion euros and 241 billion euros respectively. The table below the graph confirms the actual figures for each year, making it easier for us to observe the difference between exports and imports clearly. For example, in 2017, exports stood at 1,279 billion euros and imports 1,031 billion euros, resulting in a trade surplus of 248 billion euros. Meanwhile, in 2020, the year of pandemic, exports dropped to 1,207 billion euros and imports to 1,027 billion euros. Although both declined, Germany still recorded a trade surplus to 1,080 billion euros. Now I will explain the four main factors that influence Germany's trade performance throughout the period from 2017 until 2024. The first factor is the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. This pandemic had a major impact on international trade. In Germany, movement restrictions and factory closures disrupted production capacity and the delivery of exports. Major trading partners such as China also experienced economic slowdowns, leading to reduced demand for German exports. This is clearly reflected in the drop of German exports from 1,328 billion euros in 2019 to just 1,207 billion euros in 2020. The second factor is the Russia-Ukraine crisis that began in 2022. This crisis caused energy prices to spike because Germany relies heavily on natural gas from Russia. Supply disruptions and rising costs led to increased production costs for Germany industries. Imports surged to 1,506 billion euros, the highest import value in the period under review. Although exports were very high that year, the trade surplus dropped to its lowest level of only 88 billion euros. The third factor is the rise in commodity prices and global inflation, which began in 2021. Prices of raw materials, food, and energy rose sharply due to the global supply chain disruptions. As an industrialized nation, Germany imports a large amount of raw materials, so their imports costs increased. Although exports values remain high, the net profit or trade margin decreased due to the rising costs. Lastly, the fourth factor is the economic condition of Germany's major trading partners such as China and United States. When these countries experience economic growth, the demand for Germany goods such as machinery, chemicals and vehicles also increase. However, when they face economic downturns, the demand for Germany exports declines. Therefore, stable trade relationships and foreign policies are crucial to Germany's trade performance. That's all from me.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is NURFATIHAH ROSDZI and my mention number is 298844. Okay, today I will present about the trade surplus of Germany from 2019 to 2024 based on the data in the form of display charts. Okay, first of all, let's look at the German trade surplus in general. A trade surplus means that export excess imports, which reflect the competitiveness of the economy and the stability of the country's production in 2017. Germany recorded the highest trade surplus in this period, which was 252.2 billion, equivalent to 7.557% of GDP. However, things changed in 2022. German trade surplus plugged sharply, record only 87.6 billion, which is 2.22% of GDP. This gives the impression that at that point, the country may depend more on imports and there are challenges in the domestic production sector. However, the good news is that the German economy is starting to show signs of recovery. In 2023, the trade surplus rose again to 217.2 billion, and in 2024, it continued to rise to 240.2 billion, equivalent to 5.58% of GDP. This shows sign of a strong economic recovery after the previous downturn. However, stable GDP growth and low employment rates also contribute to the stability of German trade over the period from 2017 to 2024. This indicates a strong economic base and the country's ability to bounce back after the crisis. In conclusion, although Germany experienced
a significant reduction in trade surplus in 2022, the country managed a bounce back but showing increasingly promising trade performance by 2024. This proves the strength of the culture of the German economy and its competitiveness in the global ranking. That's all.
My name is NURUL and I will continue with my part, which is top export product. First is automobile and auto components, the largest export segment led by major names like Volkswagen, BMW and Mercedes-Benz. Export include both finished vehicle and steel parts such as engine and electronic, with top market in China, the USA and the EU. Second is industrial machinery. Germany is globally recognized for precision machinery, including robotic, turbines and automation equipment, which are vital for industries like manufacturing, construction and energy. Third, chemicals and pharmaceutical. A strong sector fueling product from companies like Bayer and BASF, supplying chemical and medicine that are critical to global health, agriculture and production. And the last one is electrical and electronic goods. This sector produce items like semiconductor, medical device and electrical system with high demand across Europe, Asia and North America, driven by Germany's focus on quality and technological investment. According to the statistics 2024, the automotive sector contributes more than 50% of Germany's total export annually, followed by machinery around 12% and chemical over 10%. I will continue with reason behind the dominance of this product. First is technological leadership and innovation. Germany holds a global reputation for excellence in engineering and cutting-edge technology. Its continuous focus on innovation ensures that its products consistently lead in terms of quality and performance. Second is strong research and development (R&D) backbone. Germany invests heavily in R&D, allowing its industries, especially automotive and pharmaceutical sector, to keep pace with changing global demands and maintain compliance with stringent international regulation. Third is worldwide reputation for quality. The Made in Germany brand is recognized globally as a mark of superior craftsmanship and dependability, making its product highly sought after in global market. Fourth is advanced production and logistic system. Germany's well-developed industrial base and sophisticated logistic infrastructure support high volume production and efficient distribution across the world. And the last one, which is 5, robust trade partnership, close economic cooperation with EU, member states and major global players like China and the USA, ensures broad market access and help minimize trade obstacles.
Hello everyone, my name is AMISHAH and YAHAYA. Today I will explain how global events have affected Germany trade. The first one is COVID-19 2020. During the COVID-19 pandemic, factory closed and supply chain were disrupted. Export dropped from 1,328 billion euros in 2019 to 1,207 billion euros in 2020. The second one is Russia-Ukraine War 2022. This war caused problem in energy supply. Industry costs went up and Germany had to import more energy. This reduced the trade surplus. The third one is global price increase 2021 until 2022. Price of raw material like metal and oil increased, although exports stay strong. Profit become lower. The last one is economic problem in trade partners. China slowed down and US-China trade tension reduced demand for German export. But in 2023 until 2024, exports started to recover. Now, I will show some real example of how this global problem affected Germany export and trade rule. First, COVID-19 response 2020. Germany focused on important export like medicine, but export values still dropped by 121 billion euros. Second, war response 2022. Germany limited export to Russia and had to import gas from other places. This caused trade surplus to fall and import increase. Third, European Union EU Green Deal. Germany supported green technology. This affected export of items like car and chemical. The last one is US-China trade tension. Global supply chain were affected. This put pressure on Germany car and machinery export. So, how did Germany respond to all this problem? Let's look at the steps they took to solve them. Germany used many strategies to reduce the impact on global problem. The first one is energy diversification. Germany invested in green energy and bought gas from other countries to reduce dependence on Russia. Second, European Union EU trade partnership. Germany used EU trade to keep export stable during global problem. Third, investment is green technology. Germany spent more on electric car, hydrogen energy, and sustainable production to stay competitive. Fourth, export promotion policy. Germany focused on products with high demand like car and chemical, especially to Asia and Latin America. The last one is made in Germany quality. Even with higher costs, Germany kept high product quality to protect its good reputation around the world. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, this is summary of reading the review of Germany's international trade performance from 2017 to 2024 highlights its continuous strength as a global export powerhouse. Despite external challenges such as COVID-19 pandemic, the Russia-Ukraine conflict, and the surges in global commodity price, Germany consistently maintained a trade supply underpinned by its core export sector, particularly automobiles, machinery, chemical, and electronic. However, this global disruption had tangible effect, especially evident in the trade dips during 2020 and 2022. Germany's investments can be credited to its solid industrial framework, substantial R&D investment, and worldwide recognition for producing high-quality goods. Still, this global event reveal certain weaknesses, notably its heavy reliance on external energy supplies and the fragility of international supply chains. Next is to strengthen its trade resilience and maintain competitiveness. The following steps are advised. First is broaden export sector. Germany should build on its success by future diversifying areas, tapping into fast-growing areas like green energy technologies and digital solutions. Second is bolster energy independence. To secure long-term trade stability, Germany must fast-track its shift toward renewable energy and enhance energy efficiency, reducing its exposure to external energy shocks. Third, advance eco-friendly innovation. Prioritizing for development of sustainable technologies such as electric mobility and hydrogen fuel will help Germany stay ahead of global trade and environmental demands. Four is diversity trade partnership. Expanding trade networks beyond traditional allies to include emerging economies in Asia, Africa, and Latin America will reduce risk and create new opportunities. And the last one is strengthen supply chain stability. Increasing supply chain diversity and encouraging local sourcing where practical will help cushion the impact of future global crises. That's all from me. Thank you.